Once, in a big jungle, the lion roared loudly for all to hear. "I am the strongest, fastest, and smartest animal here. No one can beat me at anything." The other animals shook with fear. They agreed with the lion because they didn't want to upset him. But then, a calm little voice spoke up. "Being loud doesn't mean you're the best," said the tortoise, slowly walking forward. The animals gasped. The lion stared at the tortoise and growled, "Are you saying you're better than me? I can crush you with one paw." The tortoise smiled. "Maybe you're strong, but strength isn't everything. Let's have a challenge and find out who's really the greatest." The lion laughed. "A challenge? Against you? This will be too easy." The tortoise led the lion and all the animals to a big rock near the river. "Under this rock," said the tortoise, "is a golden banana. The one who finds it first wins." The lion laughed loudly. "Watch me!" He roared and pushed the huge rock with all his strength. He dug around it, clawing at the dirt, but found nothing. Meanwhile, the tortoise quietly walked to a hole nearby. After a little while, he came out holding a shiny golden banana. "How did you get that?" roared the lion, confused. "I hid the banana here before the challenge started," said the tortoise. "You used your strength, but I used my brain." The animals cheered. The lion looked annoyed but said, "Fine. Let's move on." The tortoise pointed to the big, roaring river. "Next, we'll see who can cross the river first," he said. The lion smirked. "Easy." He jumped into the river and started swimming as hard as he could. The water was strong, and it pushed him downstream, but he kept going, splashing everywhere. The tortoise, on the other hand, quietly slipped into the water. He floated gently with the current, letting it carry him. When the lion finally reached the other side, he was wet and tired. To his surprise, the tortoise was already waiting for him. "How did you get here before me?" the lion asked, panting. "Sometimes, it's better to go with the flow than to fight against it," the tortoise said. The lion growled. "One more challenge. I'll win this time." The tortoise announced, "For the last challenge, we'll see who can catch their shadow." The lion laughed loudly. "Shadows aren't real. This is silly." "Then it should be easy for you," said the tortoise with a sly smile. The lion started chasing his shadow, pouncing on the ground and swiping with his big paws. But no matter what he did, the shadow always slipped away. Meanwhile, the tortoise sat quietly under a tree, waiting. As the sun moved, his shadow disappeared into the tree's shade. "I caught mine," he said calmly. The lion stopped and stared in disbelief. "How did you do that?" "I used my head," said the tortoise. "Shadows can't be caught by chasing them. I waited for the sun to do the work." The lion hung his head, realizing he had lost. "You are right, tortoise," he said softly. "Strength alone isn't enough. I need to be wise, too." The tortoise smiled. Being great is not about being the strongest or fastest. It's about thinking carefully and using your mind. From that day on, the lion became a kinder, wiser king. And the tortoise was known as the cleverest animal in the jungle.